Thank you. 6 o'clock and.
Commissioner Alexander.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was thinking you were saying chair. Sorry.
Commissioner Alexander's here.
Okay, Commissioner Meyer. I apologize. Commissioner Reardon.
Here.
Commissioner Oleta Reed. Absent. Vice Chair LaBeouf. Chair Costello. Thank you.
I don't think so. Do you have something ready? No. Okay. I'd just like a reminder, last time I was reminded that we need to come through me to speak during the meeting, so just a little reminder for everyone. Thank you for that. And it's time for public comment. Members of the public wishing to address the commission on matters within the jurisdiction of the city of Seaside, but not on this agenda, may do so during the public comment period for up to 3 minutes. Comments on specific agenda items are heard under that item. For the public record, please state your name. And I'm checking with you. Is there anyone in the Zoom audience? There. No. Thank you very much. And our business tonight, business 5A, is to develop and establish a plan of action for the 2024-2025 annual work plan. And that's why we're meeting early. The deadline is April 1st. And so I took the liberty of writing up a draft that we might just take a minute to look over, since it was very last minute. So I took this draft off the last one that was posted online. For the first part, for the objectives, for the mission statement, history, and then added the work plans that I know of that we're doing. And also the past projects, I will ask staff to fill in if anything's forgotten there. So everyone take a few minutes and then we'll talk about adding anything else. I have a question. Yes.
I thought I read online that the commission is composed of actually 9.
I copied this straight from the work plan that was online, so I keep seeing 7, so I'm not sure if anyone can clarify that for us, can you?
Sometime back on increasing the number of our commission. But the chair at that time, Mr. Millen, declined that offer and thought that even 7 was probably too many, because some of the decisions we made were difficult and it was a lot of combativeness. So we stuck to the 7.
Okay. And that is what's posted on the website?
Well, wherever it is, we should find that where it's posted 9. I'll have to remember where I saw it.
Yeah, please find it and
Correct
email that to me. And this was at, the work plan that I found was from 2019. There's nothing, there hasn't been anything updated on the website that I could find. There might be a more recent one, but I couldn't find it. So that's where I got the objectives. So we will have to double check those. Yeah.
It is important to make it clear. Make it clear, but well, make it clear to the mayor that we would rather stick to the 7, because he was the one that wanted the increase, not just in our commission, but others. So if there's any pushback on that, I would like for our commission to act on it, because I do feel as though 7 is ample.
Well, we can't even fill 7. So it would be difficult filling 9 when we can't even fill 7.
Yes, Ray?
The work plan,
Mhm.
should there be a mention about Airbnb and all that, what we do with the monies?
So. See, did yours get cut off for some reason? Oh, I might have copied one before I finished. This was.
Well,
So the,
Denise doesn't have it.
oh, I'm sorry. So the last 2. So you have business of the quarter?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm sorry, I updated with what was not already on there and didn't print out the final one. So the under that is update the neighborhood watch program in collaboration with the Seaside Police Department and the Community Safety Advisory Commission, because the chief had asked us, and you probably don't need to write it all down, because we'll talk about this and see what else you want to put on, but I'll pass it down in a minute. And then the last one is the one we really need to talk about. Okay, and here it is. When you're ready, I'll look. Okay, develop a selection of beautification and improvement projects in collaboration with Seaside Commissions to be funded by TOT funds and to be submitted to City Council for approval. So that's, as far as I could tell, that's all we need at this point, because we don't have any of the submissions. And apparently we don't know that what the funding or if we'll get it. So that's our mission.
Could you read that again?
Yeah, develop a selection of beautification and improvement projects in collaboration with Seaside Commissions to be funded by TOT funds, and to be submitted to City Council for approval.
So are we only developing, or are we also vetting?
So I thought that, well, you're right, could be developed. Here's the. down
Because
there.
we're not developing everything. We're hearing, I guess, pitches, ideas. And then we're vetting those. We do develop, but we develop, those of us on the commission, our
Sure.
own ideas. We develop those or pitch those, but then we also hear the, ideas of other commissions, and then we vet those as a group.
So can we add some language to reflect that? I have to tell you, I just did this so that we would have a short meeting. Because if we had to come up with the whole plan,
And
I
I completely appreciate
I
it.
figured we should get that. But adding language is fine. Develop and establish is what we're doing today, the plan of action. So I use that terminology. So we could say, develop and establish a list of projects.
Yeah.
Ramona? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I feel strongly about that, the way you stated it, because we're actually, as Tiffany alluded to, we are the ones that developing this program, if you will. And you already stated in here that you're getting collaboration from the other commissions.
Right.
So I don't know if vetting is important enough to put in there. But the other word that you used was good.
Develop and establish.
Establish, because we are the last ones to make the decision.
Thank you. I would like to see, and I'm not sure if Tiffany was alluding to this, but a vetting process. The last time with this item, I didn't feel, maybe I didn't see it in its entirety, but I didn't feel like there was a process which to compare what was pitched to us compared to this, and this, and this. We just kind of went by what looked good. So I'd like to see, you don't have to do it tonight, but just like to see before we start looking at the presentations again, what we would like to compare, what we would like to see done as what we would like to have, I'd like to see it have a process in which we could vet their presentations towards, and, between now and then.
That's a good point. So we could, I think it's really important that we establish the language for that one today. Maybe not the process, but we could add to that, develop a process. Listen to all the input from other commissions and establish a plan.
Why do I need to have so detailed? Why?
Because
is
this,
it detailed?
I don't know, I was just reading the way the other plans for
Yeah,
the year
I
were.
know,
So
but I think vetting is detailing it,
Okay.
what do you mean by vetting? But they're gonna question it. I think they just want to know a simple process that we take. In my,
Okay, thank you.
I think it should be simple.
Well,
Ah.
the vetting process.
But we have two here, so Dennis first and then Tiffany.
Thank you.
Tiffany?
Um, so when we talk about the vetting process, I think that in order to be transparent, we should just say that the NIC commission will listen to the other commissions and to them presenting their ideas, their projects, and then that the NIC commission will then vote on those. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm thinking. And that we just say that, we have that plan listed. Is everything okay?
Do you
We're
mind
just-
asking for a quick break,
We
just
need to
so, yes, please, if you don't mind. I can get him some, I can get him some water. Yeah.
Okay, I think we're calling the meeting back to order. Everybody's okay, Shonda's arrived, and Tiffany had something to add to our last one here, you said?
Yes, I didn't get a chance to write it all down, but I think that for the first thing, it should be that the NIC sets the deadline for commissions to present project ideas first. So we're setting the deadline. Then the NIC listens to the presentations. And then the third would be that the NIC vets. And then fourth would be maybe NIC votes. And then NIC presents to city council.
Okay, that's more detailed than I was doing, but it could work. What does everyone think about that?
I think it's unnecessary. I think what's said in here is good if you want to change a couple of words, but I think I don't know the phrase for that is, but it's stated well, and I don't think we should get into a lot of details.
So we'll take a minute to write that up, because this needs to be approved tonight. So if anyone has any other suggestions.
I have a question. Would we ever say no to like Parks and Recreation gives a presentation and we say, no, we don't accept that?
My understanding is that that is actually what we did last time, when there was a homeless proposal about the showers, about the mobile showers, and we said no, that was already in existence in a form. And we just, the commission decided against that. So yes, I mean, that was our prerogative.
Well, the homeless one was probably should never be presented because that was not part of the agenda, seaside. That was outside of the perimeter.
But that's what, we have the right to do that.
It was still
I think.
rejected.
So what's that, Ramona? Thanks.
It was still rejected though, so we
Right.
do have the.
And so we have the right to do that. We were told repeatedly that we are the final say before it goes to city council. So I assume we can. Any other comments on, well, first of all, the neighborhood watch one, is that okay?
Yeah, I'm okay
Everyone
with that.
agreed with the neighborhood watch, and you could, that was not on your copy, I'm afraid, but it's right here. So Tiffany, to reply to yours, I thought that in collaboration with the other commissions, took care of it, took care of that. We were collaborating with them, but we had the final say. So if my statement there doesn't say that, is there something we could add to simplify and not have the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? But otherwise, I'm fine with going in your direction too.
You know what, I guess if, develop could mean a lot of things. Develop could mean this whole plan that I just
Right.
talked about. So, in retrospect, I would be okay with that.
You're okay with that?
Yeah.
And then as time goes on, we hit the deadline and then
Yes.
like we did last year.
Yeah, we could put it in our agenda, whatever, however we want to do it. So I'm okay with that. Thank you.
Beautiful. And thank you. Anybody else? The other, I think that's the only part that we were required to update. I'll ask staff to update the past projects. I think I'm missing a page with some of you, but past projects, I listed most of them and I'll ask Ms. Patel to fill it in. And then we're done. If we have a motion here. Where are the past? I'm sorry, they're on here.
Actually, I have a
Yes,
question.
Dennis?
Thank you. I wrote down here smoke alarms and, in the past, we have done that as far as, we would probably want to put that maybe
Absolutely.
in, something we still do. We agreed in the past that we would do that with the Red Cross once, a summer or once a year. And that we would, throughout the year, if it needed to be done in Seaside, we would go ahead and do that. I know you and I have done it in the past. So, would we make that an objective by itself, or maybe put it with something else that would fit under here?
Did we ever get clarification on insurance wise, if one of us got hurt in someone's house doing that? Does the city pay for my injury, or does the homeowners, or does Red Cross? Because we're just volunteers with the Red Cross, right?
Right, I'm sorry, the Red Cross would, when you fill out the form for the Red Cross to do that, then basically you are covered by the Red Cross. Well, I found my note.
And did you have an addition to that?
So
Mr.
really
Hart?
quick, my understanding is that whomever you're working under at the moment, that is who you're covered by. So if you go out into the field and you're doing NIC projects, then if something happens, you're covered by the city. If you're doing Red Cross activities, then you're covered under the Red Cross. That's my understanding. I could look into it a little bit more if you like.
No, that makes sense.
Okay.
Thank you so much. So I will add, just a second, Tiffany, I'll add collaborate with Red Cross to install smoke alarms throughout the city of Seaside. Thank you. And Tiffany? Thanks.
I was just gonna say, would we want to put on here as a past project, the spring cleanup twice a year? Because we do participate with that.
True. I didn't put much energy into that because I thought I'd let staff, but that's a,
Okay.
jot that down if you will.
And when you say light pole banners and banners on Fremont Street, are
I
those
doubled
two
it up.
different things?
No, I definitely did that. Sorry.
Oh, are you, okay, I just want to make sure that the banners aren't these ones going across and that the light pole banners aren't the little ones, but they're two different,
It's the
one, they're the same thing.
I just wrote down from my memory. I didn't check these
Okay,
because staff will do that.
okay, and then I guess it'll be the same
think.
with the
Nice.
Fernando Park upgrades. You have Fernando Park and the Fernando Park upgrades.
Okay, I was a little tired.
I'm not criticizing, I'm just pointing out.
Thank you for getting them for.
I
getting
appreciate
those.
that you did it very much, so.
I'm sorry, where are you?
Past projects is only on one of the
Oh.
copies. There you go, thanks.
Thank you.
And my understanding was that we were to develop a work plan. I saw that they had past projects on the website from years ago, so I thought I'd better get someone to formulate that to put on the website. So I don't know if it's part of our job or not, but I did. Sorry, thanks for correcting that. Yes.
I thought Ms. Patel mentioned last month, last meeting, that the banners on Fremont Street are kind of on hold. Did I get that right?
That might be right. That's why I need to consult with her. This part is just a sketch.
Oh.
I will check with her about all those. And I think you're right. It's maybe on hold until we see after Christmas. She was talking about on hold for next year. I'll have to check my notes on that because I don't.
They put the ADA parking lots into our
Right.
crosswalk and
Oh, you're right.
banners.
So they are on hold and the other,
Oh, yeah, Wheeler needs to be on there too.
yeah,
Resurfacing on Wheeler Court.
just the big one.
Yeah, that was a big.
Thank you. Yeah, I was hoping for everyone's. I didn't want to go through all of it.
Oh, and then house.
How's, and the other projects, I'll just repeat on there. Yeah,
Okay.
they're problematic. They run into problems putting the banner, getting the banners installed. That's what I understand, but. I don't want to talk about intention there because it sounded quite logical to me. I can't remember the details of it, but I can't judge her intentions of what, no, above my pay grade.
I think she said something about the type of hardware. There was they weren't sure about the hardware to use to clamp it onto the pole. There was that. Yeah, and then they're talking about the Christmas decoration. Yeah, they were.
I will clarify that with her. Okay, as it is, disregard the past projects because I'll work with Ms. Patel on those. Can we have a motion to approve the work plan as we've done it?
I motion that we approve the work plan as Joan has graciously provided all of us.
And I'll second.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
And we did it. Thank you all.
Thank you.
And now it's time for reports from commissioners. Dennis, I'll start at your end. Do you have any reports from commissioners?
No reports right now. I just want to, I want to apologize. I have, I think I may have mentioned to some of you before that I have, I can't even think of it right now. I'm just coming out of, it happens maybe once a month or so. But you know what I'm talking about?
It's a seizure.
Seizure, thank you, yes.
Petit mot seizure.
Yes, so I may have had, but I take my medicine and that's why I don't, go into a worse one. So I had one up here and I'm sorry. Sometimes it just
You don't
comes
apologize for
and,
that.
and I come out of it pretty quick. So, but I had a seizure. So thank you, but I'm feeling fine now. Thank you.
Great. Thank you. Ramona, you have any reports?
I just wanted to thank staff for putting the cleanup on the website, our upcoming cleanup. Yeah, so thank you very much. It's never been on their website and I appreciate that very, very much.
It's our pleasure, and it's a pleasure to work with you. So whenever we can do it, let us know ahead of time and we'll get it done. And I think you had something to do with also, were you the one that posted it?
Yeah,
So thank you very much for doing. Right, yes.
really
So
appreciate
we're
that.
trying to keep community informed.
That.
Anything else, Ramona?
No, that's all.
And Shonda? Right.
I'd like to bring in the start time for 5 p.m. for
Yeah, I'm sorry that I didn't get that this time, but are we in agreement going forward that we can do that? Or is it a problem?
I think before we do that, I think we need to announce it. I think there's a process to it. If you'd like, I'll look into it a little bit and get back to you.
I'd appreciate
Okay.
that.
Okay.
I think would that work for you or not? Because you weren't here when we talked about it. So no,
But if that's what you guys want. I think that.
oh,
I'm sorry, I thought you were finished.
go ahead. Oh,
I kind of like 6 o'clock. It's just 5, I get off work at 4:30. And it doesn't even give me an opportunity to go home and go to the bathroom or get something to drink or have something to eat. I mean, I eat some snacks on the way in the car in the traffic, but it's just not the same. I like to be able to go home and just rest for at least an hour. So I kind of like the 6 o'clock, but if we all vote and we vote to do it at 5, I will go with the vote.
I understood that it was just for this meeting, but it was, could you remind me of who wanted the 5 o'clock time?
I did.
You did, okay, is it real?
Well, I was thinking more of the employees that
Uh-huh,
work all
that's
day
right.
long here.
That's right.
And then they sit around for an hour. I don't know if you get paid for it, or I don't know any of that. But I've been in that situation where I had to wait for an hour, hour and a half for a meeting to start. And it just isn't fair. It's
Now I remember.
because they're not volunteering to do this. They are told they have to do this. We are volunteering to do this.
Yes,
So that is why I think we should be doing this. And once a month, we can't adjust and go to our employees and say, hey, I'm on the NIC commissioner. And could I just leave work for 20 minutes early or 30 minutes early? I don't see an employer saying no to that. Well,
excuse me, hang on one second, I'm gonna just suggest that we first check out and see if it's possible,
Yes,
and then bring it back to us, and at that point we can vote on it.
absolutely. I'll
Is
do
that
that.
okay?
Yes, thank
We
you.
don't need to discuss it
Further.
until we even know it can happen. Thank you. Is that okay? Anyone else have a comment for now, or should we just think about it till the next meeting? And Romeo will get back to us and we'll figure out if we can do it or not. Okay. Thank you. Anything else? And that was anything else?
No, nothing else. Thank you.
oh, I will not be here to start.
Okay,
I don't know when should next meeting have.
we will not. Can you pass them down, you and Ramona, oh, and me. So we will not have a meeting before, this was in lieu of our April meeting.
Oh,
So we're not meeting in April, we can't ask staff to do 2 meetings that close, for sure.
okay.
And so we will not meet before the cleanup day. Which means we need to make sure everyone's on board with what they're doing. And Shonda, you don't know what you're doing, so, because Ray can't be here. So if you can, man the dumpster. Mouse. Oh, perfect. Will that work for you? Oh, sweet. Okay, so that works. And, yes, Tiffany?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I was just thinking it was 8, but it actually says 8:30. So it's not gonna be
Yeah.
at 8, it's gonna be at 8:30 to 12.
Yeah.
Okay,
And we've arranged with Green Waste, they'll be there. We'll do the same as last time. If they're full, they're full. Send them to another one. And Dennis, you have something to add there?
Yes, I've always liked to go in front of the city council and just make it a part of the presentation, just a quick presentation about the cleanup. Would you folks like me to do that at this coming week or the 3rd week? Because they have a.
How about if you do one and I'll do one?
Okay, sure.
I won't be here for this one.
Okay, so
The
I'll
3rd
do
week I can.
this coming week, next weekend, or next Saturday, next Thursday.
Yeah.
I think that's included in the, what Paul is doing, the
Yeah.
community affairs that he does. He's putting that in
Oh, yeah.
there.
We'll continue, I'm sorry,
I'm sorry.
voice carries.
Sorry.
We'll continue to put it into the Seaside City News up to the last moment. and make sure that there's the same visual you would have seen the last time. We'll put that up and we'll make sure that the dates are good. So that's the main thing, is if any of the dates change or times, any of that, let Dominique know, or even you can reach out to me and I'll help out. Because I do.
Now that I know you.
If you know me, please use me. That's no problem. That's what I'm
But we
here
go
for. So,
through Romeo.
but we will make, yeah, we will make sure that that continues to play every council, and then it's also put up on YouTube. And then there's also links that will go up on social media. So I'll make sure to check in with the social media crew as well.
Excellent.
So if we go, it's just a bonus for us to do public comment, and I think it's a good thing to do. So Dennis, you do this one and I'll do the next.
Can I ask,
Yes,
where I'm slotted to go?
I thought the last time you did the San Lucas one, is that correct?
But yeah, that's, you know,
No.
that access now is there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh. So should we call them and have them not do it there?
Well,
Because it's, all right, the construction has affected that.
Unless, oh,
Yeah, there's absolutely no place for a dumpster on that lot.
unless I do it right on San Lucas.
What do we have
Yeah,
here?
like, remember we were down here on Broadway?
We have San Lucas at Broadway. I'll go
I'll
take a
drive it,
picture.
yeah.
Will you go and take a picture, and I will too? And then we'll get back to green waste if there's an adjustment on where we put it.
'Cause these are already.
But it's right there. You know, San Lucas and Broadway, if we just are somewhere near,
Yeah.
if it's across the street, you know, or something.
In that area.
In that
So
area.
the addresses and the streets are proximate, right? So
Yeah.
if when you go around and you know exactly where you want them, you can mark an X or whatever you like, and then we can forward that information on to the recycling. company.
Perfect, okay. Sounds good. Thanks for bringing that up. I forgot about the construction factor.
I do have a question about the community cleanup.
Yes,
So last year and the year before, it says electronics will be accepted and placed in a separate container. But they don't bring us a separate container.
so what they asked us to do is just put it to the side. Just put it to one end of the dumpster, close. Is it the easiest? They asked us to do that. They sort it out when they get
They
there.
did pick up at Mal's, the whole stuff was, I put it right in front of the door, the guy moved it over into the weeds at Mal's and left it all there.
Inside, yours wasn't inside the dumpster?
No, it was full.
Oh, we can't put it, they won't take anything that's outside the dumpster. So what I did was just reserve a little space right by the door inside, put the electronics there, and if they got covered up, it's not a problem,
Okay.
okay? They
Okay.
sort it out once it's there,
Yeah, they should have done.
yeah,
If they're gonna sort it out.
yeah. So but they won't take anything that's outside. So if
Got it.
it's too full, we gotta send them to another.
Okay.
Thank you for that.
Very nice.
At least they should give a sandwich.
So through the chair.
Any more?
Do we have someone located at all the sites right now? I didn't
Yes.
hear. Okay, we do.
Good.
Okay, great,
Yeah,
thank you.
thank you. And I have it down. Everyone knows their site. And
Yeah.
I think we're good. Staff reports. Unless we have any more about the cleanup. Good. Any staff reports? From our mighty staff?
None.
Thank
I've taken some notes. I've got some things that I've got to look into and I'll report back.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much. And I'm gonna move to adjourn. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay.
Thank you.